اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إنا أنزلناه في ليلة القدر وما أدراك ما ليلة القدر. ليلة القدر خير من ألف شهر. تنزل الملائكة والروح فيها بإذن ربهم من كل أمر. تنزل الملائكة والروح فيها بإذن ربهم من كل أمر. سلام هي حتى مطلع الفجر. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح. إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح ورأيت الناس يدخلون في دين الله أفواجا فسبح بحمد ربك واستغفره إنه كان توابا. صدق الله العلي العظيم. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
تشکر میکنم از برادرمان آقای مرادی. برای سلامتیشان صلوات بفرستین. اللهم صل علی محمد و آل محمد. بیشتر وقت شما رو نمیگیریم. امشب ما در مجلس خود برادر ما عزیز ما آقای سعید عبدالغفار رو داریم که امشب تشریف آوردن برای ما سخنرانی میکنن. سخنرانی امشب به زبان انگلیسی و فارسی خواهد بود. برای سلامتیشان صلوات بفرستین. اللهم صل علی محمد و آل محمد. برای درگذشتگان مرحومین سلامتی دوستان صلوات بلندتر باز ختم کنین. اللهم صل علی محمد و آل محمد. جا داره که فقط یک نکته رو ما اینجا ذکر کنم برای شما دوستان که هر کس میخواد که هنوز اسپانسر شوه، ما هنوز تقریبا 2 هفته دیگه وقت داریم که برای شبهای قدر و سحری و روز عید هر کی میخواستن که اسپانسر شوند هنوزم ما اسپات خالی داریم. Dear brothers and sisters, may Allah accept from all of you. If anybody wanted to sponsor for any of these nights, we still have almost two weeks, and as well as the the day of the Eid, inshallah, and for suhoors and the nights of Qadr. We still have some spots for you guys. So if anybody wanted to sponsor, please see me or Sister Zainab. Salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. بیشتر وقت شما رو نمیگیریم. از برادر عزیزمان سید عبدالغفار خواهش میکنیم که به سخنرانیشان آغاز کنند با صلوات بلند.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين صدق الله العلي العظيم صلوات اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. One more loud salawat please. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Alhamdulillah, congratulations to everyone, first of all, for the month of Ramadan. I know we haven't discussed with each other very well about just the coming of Ramadan, alhamdulillah. We've been celebrating it so much. And tonight, inshallah, I want to take a couple of minutes just to discuss where we really are in the month of Ramadan. Inshallah, imshab, awalan, shukr alhamdulillah ke kullagi jor sehatmand hasten. موضوعی که امشب گپ میزنیم خیلی خلاص گپ میزنیم. یک یادآوری شوه از خود ماه مبارک رمضان. چون وقتی که ماه مبارک رمضان میاد خیلی نام خدا مصروف میشیم با کارهای خانه، با کارهای دیگه. ذکر ماه مبارک رمضان خیلی مهم است که یک بار ذکر شوه، پس یادآوری شوه بر ما که ماه مبارک رمضان واقعا یعنی در زندگی ما باید چی رقم دیده شوه، به کدام نظر. So inshallah, I don't want to take too much time. I know everybody's fasting and we just did our iftar, so I'll make it very short tonight, inshallah. In the month of Ramadan, first of all, I think it's important to remind ourselves, again, why are we fasting? This is very important to really know the why for every act we do in Islam. And Islam is so beautiful, alhamdulillah, that nothing in Islam happens without a good reason. Nothing. Some people, this is the perfect opportunity to actually teach our kids, our youngsters, the purpose of Ramadan. So our kids don't end up becoming like one of those people that say, why are we fasting? Why are we torturing ourselves? Why are we not drinking, eating when everybody else is enjoying? Why? Why are we doing this? Does Allah want to just punish us? What's the purpose? And knowing the purpose of every act in Islam is the beginning of ma'rifah, knowing the purpose. انشالله موضوعی که امشب گپ میزنیم اولا باید یادآوری کنیم که خود منظور و مقصد روزه گرفتن چی است. خصوص این موضوع خیلی مهم است بر طفلای ما، اولادای ما، نسل جوان، که نشه که اینا به عقیده بیان که دین اسلام قیدات داره. اینا میبینن بعضی کسای دیگه که مینوشن، میخورن، لذت میبرن، میگن چرا ما نمیکنیم، چرا خداوند ما را به این رقم یک قانون سر ما جور کرده. درست این سوالایی است که خود چرا در اسلام شروع معرفت دین است. یعنی انسانی که سوال کردن توقف بده نظر به امام علی علیه السلام، اون انسان در خرابه میره. یعنی یک مسلمان همیشه باید سوال کنه و سوالی که چرا یکی از منبعهای معرفت دین اسلام است. So very briefly, the month of Ramadan, alhamdulillah, the reasons are so many. One of the reasons of month of Ramadan is Allah's justice is playing in this month. Imam Raza alayhi salam, please say out salawat, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Somebody asks Imam Raza alayhi salam, what is the purpose of fasting? Why are we not eating and drinking during these 30 days or 29 days? So the Imam mentioned one of them, and this is not the only reason. He mentioned one reason. He said, it is because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala during this month wants to bring the rich and the poor equal to each other. And this is Allah's justice and mercy, because Allah wants everyone to be equal during this month. And this way, when the rich feels the thirst, the hunger, next time when a poor person asks him for help, he will be a little bit more likely to be more generous. And this is one of the reasons that our Imam mentioned. یکی از دلایلی که ماه مبارک رمضان تشریح میکنن امام رضا علیه السلام است. یک شخص پرسان میکنه که یا امام، ما چرا روزه میگیریم؟ یک ماه مکمل نه آب میخوریم نه غذا میخوریم از طرف روز، چرا؟ دلیلش چی است؟ امام رضا علیه السلام یک دلیلش میگه، یعنی دلایل خیلی زیاد است. یک دلیلش میگه که خداوند متعال از خاطر که رحمان و رحیم و عادل است، در این ماه خداوند میخواهد که کسایی که پولدار هستن و کسایی که غریب است، اینا رو خداوند متعال بیاره در یک صف استاد کنه که کسی که پول داره هم نتونه بنوشه و بخوره. یعنی بفهمه که با غریب در این ماه مبارک رمضان مساوی هستن. و خداوند و امام میگه که امکان داره کسی که در این ماه روزه بگیره قلبش نرم شوه که اگر بعد از ماه مبارک رمضان کدام غریبه، کدام کسی که ضرورت داره به غذا و آب و چیزا، اگر بخواه، یعنی امکان داره که دلش نرمتر باشه و از دلش بیایه که بهت کمک کنه. یکی از دلیل است. So this was just one simple reason that why Ramadan is so important, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to, of course, remind us of the poor, and so we can feel the poor in our societies. But many other reasons exist. Some of the other reasons that are one of the few is, of course, health benefits. And today, alhamdulillah, even people who are not Muslims, they mention the benefit of fasting. And we also have a hadith from our Prophet where he says, majority of diseases comes from the belly, from the stomach. Majority of diseases. Meaning what? That what we eat and how we eat, the quality of the food or how often we eat, a lot of time is the reason for diseases that we have. So by taking this big break of fasting, alhamdulillah, it purifies the body. That's a physical part of it. Now, the third part of it, which is the most important part of the reason for Ramadan, and it's, of course, it's not the only one, it's the one of those ones. It's tazkiyat al-nafs. It's to purify your nafs, purify yourself. This is the main reason for Ramadan. گفتیم که یکی از دلایل دیگه که خداوند متعال ماه رمضان بر ما گفته که ما روزه بگیریم، یکی از دلایل دیگهش دلیل صحی است که البته امروز حتی در دنیای غرب کسایی که مسلمان هم نیستن میگن که ماه مبارک رمضان خیلی بر بدن خیلی مفید است. یک حدیث هم داریم از پیغمبر ما که میگن که اکثر امراض انسان ها منبعش شکم است. منبع امراض، یعنی طریقی که ما غذا میخوریم، چی غذاها میخوریم، چقدر میخوریم، کم بیش، باعث به این میشه که امراض مختلف به وجود میاد. و پیغمبر ما میگه که وقتی که در ماه مبارک رمضان 30 روز ما بدن خود وقفه میتیم از او عادت سابقه، باعث به این میشه که اکثر امراض از بدن ما دور میشه. و دلیل دیگه‌ش میگیم که یکی از دلایلی است که ما امشب میخوایم سرش فکر کنیم ان شاء الله، دلیل تزکیه نفس است. پاک کردن نفس شخصی انسان که اصل مهمترین دلیل رمضان ای است، بر علاوه صدها دلیل دیگه که داره. ان شاء الله خیلی خلاص میگیم که تزکیه نفس یعنی چی در ماه مبارک رمضان. So I want to make it brief tonight. I don't want to go too much in cleaning the nafs, and of course we have had so many, alhamdulillah, lectures in the past, and we have heard, we have listened, we have read. So I don't want to focus on all those steps, but what I want to focus on is the end result of the month of Ramadan. As a Shia, as a Muslim, how are we supposed to look at it? Right now, we're in the middle of the month of Ramadan. Where should we be today? Is there a way to know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has accepted our fast right now or not? Can anyone say right now if they know if their fast is accepted right now for the past 15 days or not? And is it possible to know if our fast is accepted till now or not? And the answer is yes. It's possible to know. And we'll talk about why, inshallah. And this is according to Imam Ali alayhi salam. Please say aloud salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. So, Imam Ali alayhi salam, somebody asks him, "Oh Imam, I want to know if my fast has been accepted." This is a direct question. And Imam Ali alayhi salam gives a direct answer. He says, in the month of Ramadan, just like any other time, but in the month of Ramadan mainly, a person has to see their progress. If you see that you have become a better person compared to the beginning of month of Ramadan, today you know that you quit something bad, that you started something good. And if you judge yourself from the first of Ramadan till today, if you are a better person, according to you, if you have built better habits and left the bad habits from the first of Ramadan till now, Imam Ali alayhi salam says there's no doubt that your fasting is accepted, inshallah. And if you have not progressed as a person, if you are the same as you were the first of Ramadan till now, your fast may or may not have been accepted. Now it's a big question now. Maybe, maybe not. If we have gone down, if before Ramadan, let's say we were a little bit better, but during the month of Ramadan, maybe I have been a little bit more, I've had more anger issues. I have been not nice to my family, to friends, and maybe I've seen something in myself that went downwards, then Imam says there is no doubt that your fasting is not accepted. So this is very serious, and accountability is very important during the month of Ramadan. یک شخص میپرسه از امام علی علیه السلام که ما چطور میتونیم بفهمیم که روزه ما قبول شده؟ آیا امکان داره؟ امام علی علیه السلام میگه بله، امکان داره که بفهمن که روزیتون قبول شده یا نه در بین ماه رمضان. مثلا فعلا تقریبا ماه رمضان نصف شده، آیا ما میتونیم بفهمیم که روزه ما قبول شده یا نه؟ امام ما میگه بله. شما میفهمین که روزیتون قبول شده یا نه؟ چطور؟ امام بر ما طریقش میگه که چی رقم بفهمیم که آیا روزه ما قبول شده یا نه. امام میفرماید که اگر خود از اول ماه مبارک رمضان تا هر روز که شما خود سنجش کردن، حسابی کردن، اگر به نظر خودتان، ذاتتان، فطرتتان، نفستان خود تزکیه کردن، بهتر شدن، امام میگه که گارانتیست که روزتون قبول شده. یعنی چی؟ مثلا یک انسان در شروع ماه مبارک رمضان میشه بعض اعمال داشته باشه که اعمال خوب نباشه، یا میخواد بعض اعمال است که میخواد بهتر بسازه. اگر موفق شوه که از اول ماه مبارک رمضان تا هر روزی که محاسبه خود میکنه، امروز مثلا نصف ماه مبارک رمضان است، اگر سنجشش ای است که ما تغییر کردیم به طرف خوب، امام میفرماید که روزیتان حتما قبول شده. برعکس، اگر امام میفرماید که اگر از روز اول ماه مبارک رمضان تا روزی که سنجش میکنن، اگر میفهمن که اعمالتان به سوی بدی رفته، یعنی کم مثلا یک نفر اخلاق میفهمه که اخلاقش کم بدتر شده، با فامیل، با دوستا، یا در بعض اعمال دینی تنبلتر شده، بر بعض نماز مثلا قضایش زیادتر شده، نمازهای قضایی، پس امام میفرماید که حتما روزتون قبول نشده. So this is very important to do accountability in the month of Ramadan. Now, the month of Ramadan, alhamdulillah, it's a month where, as one of my friends and one of the other scholars have said, alhamdulillah, month of Ramadan, everything in Islam is on sale. Everything is off. You know, when you go to a store, and you find a really nice clothing and it's like 80% off. Oh, you're like, I don't want to miss it. Because if I don't buy it today, tomorrow I come, it's going to be regular price. I cannot buy it. Month of Ramadan, everything is discounted. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made his generosity unlimited. So whatever we do in this month, it multiplies by so much. And we don't even know how much sometimes. But everything multiplies. So taking advantage of this month is the absolute key for a believer. Now, I want to mention two things, because now everyone might be thinking about, or at least myself, you know, we would be wondering, what can I do in the month of Ramadan to make myself progress? So inshallah, from today, whatever happened in the last couple of weeks, inshallah, it's good. But the goal is, what do I do from today till end of Ramadan, so I know that inshallah my fasting will be accepted and I get the best rewards. What can I do? We have only 2 weeks left. It's not a lot. Time is running. So we have to take as much advantage. So what can we do? I'll briefly mention inshallah 2 things from our imams, and then we will inshallah finish this part of the lecture there. The first hadith is from our Prophet, Ar-Rasul Azam sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Somebody asks the Prophet, what is the best act I can do? If I cannot do anything else, let's say there's 1,000 acts, but if I could pick one act, nothing else, everything else normal, if I could pick one act, that would be the best act for me. What do you recommend? And so the Prophet says, if you cannot do anything in month of Ramadan and you want to do one thing and the best thing, he says, stay away from sins. Stay away from anything that's haram. Anything that displeases Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, stay away from it. If you don't want to do mustahabat, if you don't want to do nafala, if you don't want to do salat al-layl, if you don't want to read Quran, if you don't want to do anything, at least make sure you do not commit a sin against Allah. Don't do something that Allah doesn't like. This is what the Prophet says. Now, that's, of course, during the Prophet's lifetime. Coming forward, we're going to do a second one, inshallah, and then we'll stop it there. During the time of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, please say loud salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Somebody asks Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam, what is one of the best things I can do in the month of Ramadan? And the person says, of course, one of the best. So Imam Hussein alayhi salam is trying to give us another option. Our Imam mentions that one of the best things you can do in the month of Ramadan, if you cannot do anything else, is to acquire knowledge. Month of Ramadan is the month where you want to expand your ma'rifah, your understanding about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and his system. And anything that's in his system, whether that's prophets, imams, Quran, anything. As long as you expand your knowledge, Imam Hussein alayhi salam said that is the best thing you can do in the month of Ramadan. سوال بعدی است که در انگلیسی گفتیم که بهترین اعمال که در ماه رمضان ما میتونیم انجام بدیم که انشالله وقتی که ماه مبارک رمضان 1-2 هفته بعد تمام شود بفهمیم که یک ترقی یک قدم پیش رفتیم. یعنی همون شخصی که بودیم در اول ماه مبارک رمضان به او درجه نیستیم، یک درجه حداقل 1 درجه باید بالاتر ما باید بریم. گفتیم خیلی کدام اعمال است که میتونه انسان به بسیار زودی و بسیار آسانی بتونه درجه انسان بالاتر ببره در ماه مبارک رمضان. 1-2 حدیث یاد میکنیم انشالله. یک حدیث از پیغمبر ماست که یک نفر پرسان میکنه که یا رسول الله بهترین اعمال در ماه مبارک رمضان چی است؟ اگر من نتونم که هیچ اعمال دیگر انجام بدم، فقط بتونم یک عمل انجام بدم، بهترین اعمال چی است؟ پیغمبر میفرماید که اگر هیچ اعمال دیگر در ماه مبارک رمضان انجام دادن نمیتونن، اگر یک اعمال میخواین انجام بدن، ترک گناه است در ماه مبارک رمضان. یعنی هر چیزی که خداوند متعال از او را دوست نداره ازش دوری کنن. و انسان خودش میفهمه که اعمالش مثلا کدام اعمال است که خداوند از او راضی نیست و میگه در ماه مبارک رمضان هر کسی که بتونه امو اعمال خود دور بندازه، حتی مستحبات نتونه، بعضی چیزای دیگر نتونه، صدقه نتونه، قرآن خوانده نتونه، اگر از گناه خود دوری کنه، پیغمبر میفرماید که بهترین عمل ماه مبارک رمضان است. یک حدیث دیگه هم است از امام حسین علیه السلام که یک شخص میفرماید که یا امام، یکی از بهترین اعمالی که در ماه مبارک رمضان ما انجام داده میتونیم چی است؟ امام حسین علیه السلام در اینجا یکی از اعمالای دیگر هم بیان میکنه که امام حسین علیه السلام میگه که یکی از بهترین اعمال که در ماه مبارک رمضان میتونن انجام بدن کسب علم است. امام حسین علیه السلام بسیار سر علم تایید کردن و بالخصوص در ماه مبارک رمضان که اگر یک انسان بتونه علم خدا، معرفت خدا راجع به خود، راجع به شخصیت خود که خود انسان کی است، راجع به مذهب خود، راجع به خدای خود، راجع به سیستم خدای خود، راجع به هر چیزی که انسان بتونه علم خدا بالاتر ببره، امام حسین علیه السلام میفرماید که بهترین اعمال در این ماه امو است. So inshallah, my prayer inshallah to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is that may Allah inshallah give us the tawfiq to inshallah encourage each other as brothers and sisters, because we collectively, it's easier when we are all on the same page, when we all think similarly and we all remind each other of what we are here for. It helps us get energy, alhamdulillah. So my prayer is inshallah that we are all successful in this month, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq to inshallah do some of the amal that pleases Allah. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does 24 hours of pleasing us. It's a little moment for us to take a little time to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and think about Allah. You know, we think of Allah sometimes as an entity that's beyond our reach, no emotions, strong. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does have emotions. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has feelings, not the way like humans do. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has pleasures and displeasures. There are things that make Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala happy, and there are things that doesn't make Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala happy. So Allah has that, and we have to think about, when we think about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we have to know that we can do things to please Allah, and that Allah is pleased with us. So may Allah give us the tawfiq to do that. Before I finish tonight, inshallah, I just want to take a few minutes with what's happening around the world today. And month of Ramadan is a reminder for all of us to wake up. I think this is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sometimes when tragedy happens in anything, it's not always with negatives. One of the positive of a tragedy is that it wakes people up. People become aware of who they are and what they're supposed to do. So if I had to, as a brother, as a younger brother to all of you, if I could do one suggestion during this month, is that we take care of the system of our mazhab a little bit better. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, through our 12th Imam, Imam Mahdi alayhi afzal salatu wassalam, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, through him, left us a note. When our 12th Imam, so this is very important. If we can pay attention on this, the Imam, when at the last occultation, when he left, and his 4 companions who were actually in touch with him, when they left us, the Imam left us with a letter. And one of the things that the Imam commanded us to do, it's not a request, the Imam commanded, it's a hukum of Imam and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is that the mazhab of Ahl Tashayyu, we come together and we have leaders. And our leaders are marjas. This is a command, a hukum of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the letter of Imam Mahdi alayhi salam. So if anybody wants to research this, the last letter of Imam Mahdi alayhi salam, he talks about this clearly. And every scholar in Islam, in Shia Islam, they say that that letter is from him. Nobody disregards that letter. One of the things in that letter is that we obey some of our scholars who reach a certain level. And these are our marjas. One of the reasons that today Ahl Tashayyu is not capable of achieving things that they should is the lack of paying attention to their marjas. Many people, unfortunately, don't even have a marja in their mind. Or if they have a marja, they have no idea what the marja wants from him. And they have no idea what a marja means. Why is a marja important? Our Imam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, knew that any group that's without a centralized leadership will fall apart easily. And so having a marja is how a group comes together and people stick together. And so my recommendation, inshallah, is if anybody wants to acquire knowledge in this month, which is the saying of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. So for all of us that say we love Imam Hussein, from all the year, throughout the year, we do Nawha, we do Muharram. If we want to listen to Imam Hussein alayhi salam during this month, any knowledge is great, but my suggestion is if we can at least know who our marjas are, that you have picked a marja and you know how to find rules for your marja. So we know what the conditions of doing things are in Islam. You know why this is important? You know why I'm thinking about this? Of course, because of the problems in the world today, but also very simple things in life. During the month of Ramadan, do we know when we are supposed to break our fast? We fast all the month of Ramadan, from morning till night. You know, I have seen personally my Shia brothers and sisters, I have seen them destroy their fast every day for 30 days. Every single day, they destroy their fast. One of the big mistakes that I see, which I think if we refer to our marjas, we will not have this problem. The time of iftar, for example, the time of iftar is not the time of azan. When the Maghrib azan goes, that is not the time of iftar. In the Quran, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions about iftar, it doesn't say Maghrib. It says Layl. It says night. If you read any hadith, if you read any part of the stories of any prophet, any imam that did fast, none of them broke their fast during azan. Every imam and the prophet, they finished their Maghrib and Isha prayer, and then when the outside was completely dark, then they broke their fast. So if we can refer back to the Quran and see when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says break your fast, you will know that it is the night. It's not Maghrib. So just because of little things like this, if we destroy our fasting all month, and it's all because we haven't connected with our marjas. So inshallah, my recommendation as your brother is to please at least refer to the marja on some of the issues that are important in our day-to-day life. And then these little things that adds up, inshallah, this will make it so that we learn the benefit of having a marja, the benefit of uniting each other, and through that, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep us protected from the hands of the enemy. So with that, inshallah, I would like to say my final dua, inshallah, and I would like to complain on behalf of all my brothers and sisters to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we want our imam, inshallah, to come. And we are leaderless. We don't have a leader who speaks for all the Shias at the same time, for all the Muslims, for all the humans. And we need that. And we have so many people saying different things everywhere and we get confused. And so our complaint to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is that we need our Imam, and we don't want to feel like an orphan. And we want our Imam, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, out of His mercy, inshallah, make it so that our Imam comes and help us guide through these hard times. All the families that are having problems, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give them sabr, patience, and let's be there for each other, inshallah, during the month of Ramadan and beyond. Let's help each other and make sure that we feel what our brothers and sisters feel anywhere in the world, and especially when in our communities. With that, inshallah, let's say 3 salawat for the health of everyone here, for your marhumin, and for the health of our Imam. Please say 3 loud salawats. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
سلامتی و فرج آقا امام زمان، همه با هم دعای فرج رو تلاوت کنیم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحیم. الهی عظم البلاء و برخ الخفا وانكشف الغطاء وانقطع الرجاء وضاقت الأرض ومنعت السماء وأنت المستعان وإليك المشتكى وعليك المعذل في الشدة والرخاء. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد أولي الأمر الذين فرضت علينا طاعتهم وعرفتنا بذلك منزلتهم، ففرج عنا بحقهم فرجا عاجلا قريبا كلمح البصر أو هو أقرب. هم باهم يا محمد يا علي يا علي يا محمد يا علي يا علي اكفياني فإنكما كافيان وانصراني فإنكما ناصران. يا مولانا يا صاحب الزمان الغوث 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 أدركني 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 الساعة 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 العجلة العجلة العجل. يا أرحم الراحمين بحق محمد وآله الطاهرين. السلام عليك يا رسول الله يا إمام الرحمة. السلام عليك يا مولانا يا أمير المؤمنين علي بن أبي طالب. السلام عليك يا مولاتي يا فاطمة الزهراء سيدة نساء العالمين. السلام عليك يا حسن بن علي المجتبى. السلام عليك يا حسين بن علي سيد الشهداء. صلى الله عليك يا أبا عبد الله. صلى الله عليك يا أبا عبد الله. صلى الله عليك يا حبيبي يا أبا عبد الله. السلام عليك يا علي بن الحسين زين العابدين. السلام عليك يا محمد بن علي الباقر. السلام عليك يا جعفر بن محمد الصادق. السلام عليك يا موسى بن جعفر الكاظم. السلام عليك يا علي بن موسى الرضا المرتضى. السلام عليك يا محمد بن علي الجواد. السلام عليك يا علي بن محمد الهادي. السلام عليك يا حسن بن علي العسكري. السلام عليك يا مولانا يا صاحب الزمان. السلام عليك يا بقية الله في أرضه. عجل الله تعالى فرجا وسهل الله مخرجا ورحمة الله وبركاته. رحم الله من قرأ الفاتحة مع الإخلاص والصلوات.